10 seasons. Omo maji Serie A ni nyina no omo mutai dominate pa in their teams na na center forwards no. What they mention I say because Juventus Belgian League ebe wie no enyo mo player na beje Serie A top scorer of the season in several years and to so mo jeje. Inter Milan beje Italian Serie A obeje awie no na Romelu Lukaku anaji goalkeeper anase Lautaro Martinez anaji goalkeeper. Fancy, oh check the number of goals that Rafael Leao shared in the season AC Milan G League na very important, but that season Lucas Kamaka obeka no and ye be top scorer na onkomo no na yedidi. Fast forward, Napoli ababe G League owie season no hwan anana na she goals do power Italian Serie A ni ne bubodi de ko Ciro Immobile ababe G BDS ni na so Lukaku mu nyina bebodi in the esi omo na so. But there is one thing that makes AC Milan distinct from the rest of the teams Wontumi say omo move away from a certain identity they had. Medical catch us say the entire AC Milan AC Milan say e kuruma ne dia. The entire Inter Milan say Inter Milan ya man Frankfurt na ebo.
Yes.
First of all, AC Milan are diverted from a kuruma na was omo AC Milan no. Because we check AC Milan ni Inter team na AC Milan were more foreigners kwampo chen nkruma fo no. What did to Inter Milan why Inter Milan kwampo nkruma fo kwampo de chen AC Milan. It was diverting. Adeba kwa na saso ka AC Milan ho me ditumi say every omon chen the quality of center forwards are in the history of the Italian Serie A AC Milan e di amaye. Ya hu Inzaghi mu nyina betwem ko Shevchenko mu nyina betwem ko. The quality of football mo de maye and the quality of center forwards mo de maye no eni o man sesa. Ito mu real market ni mu a omukofa A emfa omukofa B emfa omukofa C emfa. And Allegri, the chances of AC Milan competing for the league and winning it no was wrong. It's based on two reasons. One, if you want to win titles, you need to have a solid defense. Attack wins you games, but defense wins you titles. Allegri proved that over a course of time. Meboa. Ono akasa di AC Milan G League ni bi da meboa. Anu akwano asaba. They tosu mienu. Ope coach is aka wo league ni say more experience pa in terms of winning the league na. Oka bi because there is still Antonio Conte. E wo league ni ma all praise obetimi agi title na dey see na so. Gianpiero Gasperini mu mo be pra so be wi Arsenal league na ji akoye bibio. But one person I believe in the discussion that surrounds around teams are omutimi bua managers, Emma managers team G League. Itime hwe de Roma ebetimi ne Gasperini story no etimi abo e de akwakofa. But as it stands, Antonio Conte ni Allegri will always stand tall. But I think, sir, in the transfer market of buying a center forward, this is the time our AC Milan taught a proper center forward in Victor Boniface. Fancy, in the history of AC Milan, 3 Nigerians spend a bebo team no. Ali Udati Mohamed mo, Samuel Chukwueze. I'm a more Wontumi na mo no emi so no obo omo AC Milan BB na bia no ane na mu di aba bepiem. But the quality Victor Boniface offers you and the experience Victor Boniface will bring into this AC Milan setup will be more than what Santiago Jimenez edibre AC Milan. I'm not saying Santiago Jimenez is a bad player or on share goals consistently. But o check Victor Boniface or a league winner or the German Bundesliga. Look at the amount of goals that Victor Boniface has shared with the Bundesliga before. And sana Prakrebe last season you crown or ball 19 games, you know. Fancy one share not less than 9 goals in the Bundesliga. As compared to Santiago Jimenez or share 5 goals, 2 assists in 14 games. He offers you the physical presence in front of goal. Fancy, I think say Rafael Leao money boys no more AC Milan Christian Pulisic mono. Omonya a proper center forward that they can play around him. Now I am with the kind of deal they've gone in for, because on say have Victor Boniface in Kakra. So to go in with an option to buy, especially on loan, gives you a certain edge. I believe he's a striker and most of the European teams should have been looking out for. He's a good player, just by social media and open off. But when he's in his element, I think he's one of the finest strikers you can ever watch, or a tall or a modern. The skill set in Kutano, even in 1v1 situations, fancy is solidly enough. And I think this is the best addition for AC Milan. Some person will compete for league now because here, Napoli watching because we lose Romelu Lukaku. I always say this, Antonio Conte. Watching we are seeing now say free Juventus. The key component in the setup a team man team League pan Romelu Lukaku. Because after Juventus or Napoli one or the Nigeria or Inter Milan one or the Nigeria, it is Romelu Lukaku the importance in this particular setup of SSC Napoli. Then you would understand say Omobe may say a huge player. Huge quality, especially when there is also Kevin De Bruyne in the team.
Yes,
I want a combination from national team to even the club side. No, a bit more a lot of goals by plenty. Wontumi more. Napoli will have to go into the market for other options, which I personally believe say a Dovbek, and now say Rasmus Højlund, or an upgrade over Romelu Lukaku. Unless something strange happens. So this is where maybe Victor Boniface also comes into your team. You compete boot for boot. To say Romelu Lukaku nebe coming up. And you just got McTominay more or Bobo goes a goom. But Victor Boniface is an ideal signing for AC Milan, and I believe they've done justice to the strikers market. Akofa Papa Bako because no be a kasa about Victor Gyökeres. Obi a kasa about Victor Osimhen. What I say? But any near referee said Victor Boniface in a splendid season. By Leverkusen when he was fit, and the level of consistency or training that season, and then last season or back a crabby crown, you would see. Just by say, on also Sonny Patrick Schick or Leverkusen, and I normal praise. So I'm not for press strikers. I was asking myself, Patrick Schick or a day, Boniface or a day. But I think this is a move. A bit me a Peja Boniface so kakra. AC Milan and a BB na ABB, but it is a club that will elevate you if you perform well. A be mount the global stage for everyone to know about what you can do. Napoli Dovbek and also more Rasmus Højlund. Fancy. This is a case me sure say Antonio Conte Tenasia obey in the Lima Kakra. But De Laurentiis was something about Manchester United near Munkumobi. I'm not one man any de Kakra. He feels players are man for whom is on Manchester United when they bring them to Napoli works. For example, na obi edi o matem se mwako tiska kakra kabe 30 million pounds that cover Scott McTominay. Edia no obeya ma mo player we kura won start on Manchester United for crown fan nya hwe. But ye season one AC we are IMVP.
Yeah, ono.
Scott McTominay. Abra okun ni mu ye den dodo na ade mo na ehwan ya. Scott McTominay. What did they mention as no? They also believe that Adina Rasmus Højlund the year no Atalanta no. Meaning say when it comes to the Italian Serie A, he can lead it. But fancy, they be a catcher will say your environment will always determine the kind of attitude you will show or response. How the be a woody environment now find yourself and say toxic, your productivity will be down. So environment in you cool, not a boy and see the way you see. Let's go by almost so jai.
Yeah.
You see, we know what do we bra. Sabi and pass wo. What am I say? It doesn't really make sense. Confused. It is among the whole club no player be about. No player ni obia. Or per social media bebre or tia bontians in bebra. It's difficult for the panic to adapt. Rasmus Højlund buy and confort didn't who associate your power Manchester United. Ne Magobridge and then call for Adolfo Magobridge. What's all over Tabor or Transor Madrid at you. And these people, they will you read social media, you read a lot of things. Over kind of baby. Much a man who's all kind of social media, and much be a boy. Man United drew that game or lost, so she go. And I bet you say he needed that goal more than any other thing. Actually, have a patch with that particular post. And some pressure and if you have spontaneous expectation, it weighs on your shoulder. You can't perform. So only mentally tougher, you can't work it out. It takes only mentally tough players to work it out. So I believe so going to Napoli, a bit separating from a lot of noise. A bit pushing because Osa Rasmus Højlund in 22 years was 23. Osa It will separate him from a lot of noise. Under a coach that can also help him, and playing in a team where they are already established.
System no so be favor.
System fast na Bobo Kevin Ibana o achi. Bobo Anguissa o achi.
Me kwan me hwe no to say Hoyland say the profile Lukaku DNB.
Oh yes.
It be a hold up play link up.
Yes. And the talents here will even help him looking at what Atlanta. What it but Manchester no so channel. Especially the global spectacle. You can be a very good player, but the global spectacle around Manchester United, no, so one really a bit more flop because you always want to please somebody. Oh, please you, no be so woofu. We are see we Wontumi please you be a man in ye. Okay. Fancy, Wontumi nye do be a komape. There be, nipa be town. Your uncle for be more we are so fancy unya de. Your uncle for be we are so be catch us unya de. Me, I don't even give a damn. I don't care.
101.3.
Because you can never please any single body. And I'm telling you this word, say we are say Obia when interested in them.
Obi see Leo Messi in Bobo.
We see Leo Messi in Bobo. We see Ronaldo in Bobo. Any what you say? You can never please anybody. That is a real say. So you do what you can do and you move on. And I believe Akurano or moving on to Manchester, Napoli. Meaning so didn't come. He want assurances. You move on, and I believe he will have the spectacle to do whatever he wants to do best. Fancy then in Como around Rodrygo.
Rodrygo de ne asania ba ezenia
because Elenke
and Como no mood
and the domino effect in terms of the wingers transfer issues. You see, Rodrygo in Como no me person me fan in two different ways. One, ambition. Two, career killing. One, ambition na me this Nkomo ni nyina say every single player in this world will want to play for Real Madrid and prove a point.
Yes.
And we are simple has say no. I say wako school do baby. Definitely you get to a certain limit. O person will track where you mo baby and o person will track school baby. Fancy Yale Emma scholarship no disrespect to Ken University and the Ken University dey nyepe. Say Harvard University ma scholarship and the Ken University dey nyepe. You dey nimi elu go apaso abega wa address. Omo nyina university o. Ma abega wa address say I want to go to Yale, I want to go to Princeton, I want to go to Harvard. Ebia Michigan Technical Institute and Michigan Engineering Institute. You want to go there? In the food chain in this world, I have food chain here. So he wants to show a clear ambition of staying at a club like Real Madrid with royalty and prove himself to be a player. Obetimi Abodiama club. For example, Obetimi de Maguire. It may be Manchester United say Maguire nyade. Omakofa center backs for Flodio Maba. Maguire ko edun me bi kwa no ma turn it na ma West Ham awie. Maguire say there be na bi mu dinner tem Maguire kra de onim de oye Maguire kra de onim de oye ana Maguire beni Maguire ya sa fa ne de naka 5 leadership group almost how much Shadrack day.
The famous Harry Maguire picture.
And you look at Harry Maguire, and Harry Maguire is always an inspiration. Yeah. So from the ambition point of view, you can turn in the direction of Rodrygo kakra. Na Trevor Chalobah.
Coach now didn't call on okay bra
Chalobah so omra Chalobah no yiri free. Yeah. You see, so from ambitions, Rodrygo into your story be said Rodrygo management and they say more they are waiting for the right opportunity to prove themselves. Say they deserve to play for Real Madrid, which is perfectly right. Correct. Perfectly right. But Francis, and come on, me would ni besa ba career killing inside and maybe no. Because some far Harry Maguire mo diana na me the rank and me the comparative analysis based on the fact so much ambition of staying in these clubs are she clubs are no more pay owo. Baako ye West Ham, baako ye Crystal Palace. If Chelsea call West Ham, if we call Crystal Palace, that means one win here from na oko. But o check Rodrygo diana Arsenal bon ho kakra. Liverpool bo wa ho kakra. And there's Tottenham Hotspur quite an person me got to be a category where they all there actually. Banka big guns ne betimi a live it in a pigeon muno. Ka be check Arsenal, no check Liverpool. But as a stance, Liverpool ni Arsenal no and should anya concrete, especially one Arsenal abore mo ko fa Eberechi ezi. Arsenal ko fa Eberechi ezi Edenaba. So the quality of Rodrygo is not a quality fancy. He needs to be put on them, and we're proving himself time and time and again that he's a very important player for Real Madrid. Banda Xabi Alonso coach bi an player ope. This is me catch us when the position now but no struggle to get into the setup. Fancy that is a big problem too. Me can say one here no so beti my career kele no. Because position now no ho ana Vinicius ebo.
O de yemfa say obai kra onya homo. Because even after Vinicius there is a certain Mbappe.
Yes.
So right hand side on so obona. You see, you started Brahim Diaz,
Fancy.
And
then every single coach loves a left-footed player to play as a right winger. And your first now will be a right as about 7, will be a left as about 11. Now we cross the beam. Per how football exercise in terms of tactics and approach, coaches will prefer players who are left-footed to play as their right wingers. Fancy what they mention as no. Into Rodrygo style no say Franco Mastantuano and yes Mastantuano a good chain Rodrygo. Fancy I don't know Rodrygo proving who Real Madrid. Mastantuano not proving himself for Real Madrid. He is yet to even prove himself. Okay. What am I say? But when you are talking about profile, coaching here balance, profile, or didn't come profile, then dynamism up front, quality, blend, cohesion. Some community in Albemoa, then you believe says our right-footed left winger. Definitely, he would love to have a left-footed right winger to complement. It's a ho Anna Brahim Diaz, a ho Anna the likes of Franco Mastantuano Munina
to me.
But me no, if say club no, Liverpool, Arsenal, Rodrygo, very important for him to move because Liverpool can offer you what Real Madrid will offer you in England. Kodigapo nebo. And Isak na idin so Monsabeka no. When you go to Liverpool, I believe Sir Rodrygo Betima fighting for position with the likes of Kodigapo and the quality he offers. But Arsenal Real Madrid national it's also a clear sign of maybe ambition that he wants to prove himself in a long run and get something to it for Real Madrid. Arsenal Eberechi is the new reason your man one expectations around Mikel Arteta. You see, fancy they be same way say their expectations and their realities. The expectation around Arsenal because must spend almost £300 million. Fancy, Wontumi can't chase all the way BDC can actually Arsenal supporters. That be before them. But the reality is, I still insist that Arsenal cannot win the league over Manchester City.
Still Arsenal.
No.
Because it be more time.
So they be to